This video is a compilation of match footage using the Mac DS-9 4¼ inch double stack 9mm 2011 style pistol. The complete review of this pistol was posted on InRange TV several months ago, but I did want to post my match footage for my viewers to see it in use. These are literally the first rounds fired with the DS-9. I took it straight out of the box to the Phoenix Rod and Gun 2-gun action challenge match. I'm using it with the factory iron sights. I have not mounted an optic to it yet. Shooting at these close range papers pretty forgiving. Last target there I had to drop the mag, fire it out on the popper. Now this is the type of stage that quite frequently happens at Phoenix 2-gun action challenge match, where if you miss a shot, you have to run over and do something else. So this really is not the match to take a pistol to that you're not familiar with. And I'm going to have several rounds here of missing on a plate rack because I don't know where the vertical hold is with the sights on this pistol. So every time you miss on that triple plate rack there, you have to run over to the right here and neutralize this entire 6-plate plate rack. And of course, the triple plate rack over here to the left, the targets get harder the further back you go. So we're starting out with these circles, and then it goes down to squares, and then finally triangles. Now what I noticed is I needed to hold higher on the plates to actually knock them down, so I'm doing more of a 12 o'clock hold at this point. Really thinking about every sight picture because I really don't want to run back and forth more. And of course get to the triangles, and it looks like I'm holding a bit too high, and the people on my squad are going to end up telling me that I need to hold a little bit lower to make the hits.
Can't even tell which way I'm missing.
I feel like it was high.
All right, so now I'm going to follow their advice that I was too high on the plates and hold slightly lower, but not a 6 o'clock or cut in half hold, and I'm able to successfully knock down the triangles. What this really showed me is that I didn't want to shoot in limited division at the upcoming Superstition Mountain Mystery 3-gun match to review this pistol. Instead, I would shoot in stealth 3-gun, adding the RMR adapter plate that comes with the pistol to the slide and equipping it with a Hollow Sun 507 comp. These hanging plates at the back here are at about 40 yards. Even with the dot, I need to figure out where my hold is at this distance, but once I learn it, I am able to successfully hit all the targets. Found that using the 507 comp on the DS-9 felt very natural. I didn't have to retrain my presentation to see the dot or anything like that. Very quick to get on target. Quick transitions with a big window. Of course, I shoot with both eyes open, but less stuff in the way interfering with the sight picture. Lots of hunting for targets through barrels on this stage, but I'm going to show all my match footage I recorded with this gun so everyone can see how it works over the extended period of use. All of the rest of the stages in this video are from Superstition Mountain Mystery 3-gun. I think this stage does a good job of showing I'm progressively getting more comfortable with the DS-9, including going 1-for-1 on these poppers here. Small, skinny Sammy auto poppers here, miss the first shot, then go 1-for-1 on the array. Small 5-inch squares here coming up on the ground at about 10 yards. And then finish out on a plate rack. More hunting for targets through barrels. This club is very fond of stage designs like this. Just keep the gun up and keep looking for targets as I progress through the stage. It's not the fastest way to shoot these stages by far, but it's about as much mental energy as I want to devote to shooting them. Coming up at the end here, it turns out these spinner targets are actually supposed to be shotgun targets. So while I successfully rotate them using the pistol, I actually receive penalties for doing it with the pistol, as if I hadn't even shot them. Oh well, this isn't a match that I even have a chance of placing in the top 10 at, so it's all about content generation at this point, and I'm glad I got a chance to shoot 2 spinners back to back on the clock with it. The 17-round mags are a little bit limiting, but that's all I can fit in the Stealth Division box with this pistol. This stage had a random activator that once it went off, you had to get up out of the barber's chair and hit these targets before a couple of them disappeared behind no-shoots. Have to wait a little bit for those swingers to pop out to get the rounds on them. A little bit further plate rack on this stage is the end of the stage after I had to do a bunch of rifle and shotgun stuff. So not quite as stable engaging these targets, but I get the job done. Obscured Texas Star behind these barrels here, so you need to actually activate it to get it moving and hit the targets as they're moving, otherwise they'll just disappear. Last stage of the match for me, and it's a quick one. 3 paper targets through the center port. Move over to the right. The activator sets off a swinger. All paper targets require 1 A-zone or 2 hits to neutralize, so I send a 3rd shot at it to be sure. Activator here sends a drop turner moving and 1 static paper target. As you can see, the Mac DS-9 ran quite well for me. I'll be putting up part 2, which is my match footage from High Desert 3 gun in the future, and I will link the in-range TV review of the pistol in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you like this kind of in-depth analysis, please consider supporting me directly on Patreon. And always remember, the Second Amendment is for everyone.